Alright, everybody, welcome back. So, I will go ahead and admit that I went ahead and ran around the area and found the guys who were imprisoned and cleared out the area, which they just took a portal to come back here. So,
Thank you for rescuing my men. They have spoken well of your bravery in battle. Perhaps there is hope for us after all. If you wish, you may hire some of my mercenaries that you saved. And please, take this set of runes. I had been saving them for a socketed shield, but I think you'll make better use of them. Be sure to set them in the right order for their fullest effect.
so he gives you a few runes, and like he said, you can now hire barbarians if you want them for your companions here, which, battle cry, stun, bash, iron skin, taunt. So let's say you want a frenzy. So let's say you want a merc that can be able to kind of tank for you. Well, it looks like you could go with this if you wanted to. So, but I am kind of I'm fine with the setup I've got.
Stay a while and listen.
So let's go ahead and stash these runes away. So let's see. And yes, I did I kind of forget about the runes when I was deciding what to put into my little pick here. But when I look at them, I'm like, eh. I mean, some of them are fine, but nothing too, amazing, personally. But anyways, let's go ahead and put them over here. Which I can now go ahead and... There we go. Got another Ort rune right there. Alright. So maybe I could have gotten more out of it if let's say, I put an Ort rune into this instead of the, that. But honestly, it's like, 1 to 60 poison damage as opposed to 150 lightning damage. Yeah, But, at this point when it's, normal and such, this kind of, early game stuff, it's not really that big a deal, honestly. So, ignore the fact that I have a thawing potion in my inventory. Just ignore that. So let's see. Now that we have done that...
There is a matter which I hesitate to share, but I believe you are the only one who can help me now. Anya, the young alchemist and daughter to one of our slain elders, has been missing for some time. She is a strong, crafty woman with a spirit like no other. One night, just before your arrival, I overheard her and Nilathak arguing about her father's death. The next morning, she was gone. Nilathak has his own tale as to where she went and why. Don't believe him. I fear he's at the root of her disappearance. Please, if you can, search for Anya and bring her back to us. She'll know what to do about Nilathak.
Nilathak, huh? Well, what do you know? He's gone. Dun, dun, dun!
I would listen to Mala. Nilathak speaks with a venomous tongue and acts as if the entire weight of this town rests upon his shoulders. Perhaps there is more going on here than we know.
So I've heard this is something that some people found kind of irritating about this act, is that it's way too obvious that Nilathak is a bad guy. Right from the get-go, and part of that is the credit to the voice actor. I pointed out it's the same gentleman who voices Medivh in Warcraft. But he can also obviously play a bad guy pretty easily if he was to do so, and he kind of does that with Nilathak here. It's very obvious right from the get-go that he's going to be a bad guy. which some people find kind of irritating. Like, come on, can't you like have him have a little bit more subtle or nuanced, or add more to his story, make him more complex, make him more complicated in terms of his motivations, that he's not like, I'm evil, but rather that he is someone who's like just broken. Like he had hope, but then it was completely crushed when he saw the overwhelming, force that was coming their way, and it just broke him to the point where he snapped and was like desperately trying to do anything to save them, without realizing that he was actually dooming them forever. So
Anya's father, Ast, was our wisest elder. He was killed along with the other elders who erected the ward that protects the city. The ward has kept Baal's demons out of Haragath, but at a costly sacrifice. Nilathak, on the other hand, was the only elder to escape the demons. Somehow, he alone managed to find sanctuary, while the others died around him. Ever since that day, Nilathak and Anya have been at odds.
So, yeah. Also, you'll probably remember that when he noticed who we were, he was like, oh, a necromancer, huh? Remember that for later.
Anya is an amazing alchemist, especially for her young age. As long as I've known her, she's never let anything stop her from pursuing what she believed in. I wouldn't doubt that Nilathak is involved. Ever since her father died, they haven't gotten along.
So you can see I kind of made some progress on covering the map. I also found one of these optional portals here. Just a little optional portal that can take you to an area of hell to allow you to take down some enemies, uncover a chest. Basically open world stuff that allows you to, say, get some XP, get some gear, some loot, stuff like that. Here are some of the little barricaded fortress areas that the guys were imprisoned in. I like that those towers are actually breakable, that you can actually destroy them. Of course, it leaves you very vulnerable because you can see they're just sitting up there using flamethrowers, so yeah. That can hurt. That can hurt a lot. I'm just like, holy mackerel. Poisoned again. Another barricade that I can break through and be like, hey, I'm just going to go right through here. I could go through that door, but I don't feel like it. Also, my goodness, get this poison off me. Ugh. It's a good thing my blood golem can be able to just kind of damage stuff to keep me alive. Break down this door. Break down the door! Get the catapult! Hey, mercenary, get in here. Jeez, that poison cloud there, my goodness. Ugh. Now this way, I actually discovered, will let us go to one of the next areas, which is called the Ariat Plateau. There's this fire shrine is right here. And I believe there's supposed to be another waypoint in this area. This is where having a lot of stamina would be really nice right now. Steel Maul. Extra fast. Whew, that thing is taking a lot of hits. Hold on. Whoops. More barricades. Do you hear the barricade? Sorry. What? I love Les Mis. I think we're supposed to find a cave that looks like it's covered in snow. Just not really sure where it's going to be. Could be this way. Could be the opposite direction. I don't know. Stop picking up that potion. Oh boy. More poison gas, lovely. Well, I'm seeing snow on the ground, so maybe that's a good sign. Aha! The crystalline passage, we found it. I'm really curious about where the waypoint is. But for now, let's just go in here. Whoops, wrong button. Under the crystalline passage by the frozen river. Frozen creepers. Creeper. Creeper. You guys remember the old Scooby-Doo cartoon? You'll probably get that reference. Mark, can you stop taking them on by yourself? This is why you get killed, man. You just charge in and take them on all by yourself. My man, come on. Ugh. Like, seriously. Oh, my goodness. My damage is kind of sad. Alright, hold on. Gotta get my Merc back because he was a little stupid there.
Afternoon.
Alright.
What do you need?
Times like this, I do kind of miss my army of skeletons, but... Whoops. That's okay. In case something happens, I'll have a portal already opened, ready to go. So, these imps and guys... oh my gosh, they are annoying. I think they may be more annoying than the ones in Act 3 because... well, they teleport. Like, you're trying to catch them and they just do that. See that? He just teleports and he's like, aha, you can't catch me! Like, I know people hate the fetishes in Act 3, but oh my gosh. That teleporting just is so annoying. Barbarian only. Alright. An evil urn. I'll bet there is a waypoint here, but let's just go back in here. Try to find Anya. Oh, great. Aura enchanted. Anya! Where are you? Oh, here's the waypoint. Ah, there was a waypoint in Ariat Plateau. I'll have to go back there and look for it. So we had Blood Lords in Act 4, now we've got Moon Lords. And Stygian Harlots. I do like that those curses are AoE, so I can be able to cast that on multiple enemies at once. It's literally, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself! Ow! Ow! Whee! Leveled up again. Level 29! Woohoo! Let's get my strength up again. And we'll just keep buffing my blood golem. He'll get more life, more damage converted. Converts damage to life, damage, and more mana cost, but he's already up and about, so. Ah. The next area is the Frozen River. Hello. Whoops. Anya. Rot walkers. You would think some of these, remember, poison damage can't damage undead, so I wouldn't expect it to actually do that unless they're not quite undead yet. Resummon him just to make sure that he is... Oh! Cold enchanted and immune to cold. Now imagine you get to this point and you encounter this guy and you are playing a frost sorceress. Now, of course, this is not the first enemy in the game that has been immune to cold, but yeah, this is why, even though people say, oh yeah, Frost Sorceress is great. My Merc died again. I love his heal, but man, this guy can't seem to stay alive. Now, maybe it's because of the gear issue, I don't know. I do like that one of the mods I got allowed me to put a full set of gear on him. Kind of like how it is now in D3. It was like that in D3 for a while until they finally were like, yeah, you know what, let's go ahead and let you add even more pieces of gear to your companions. I'll talk more about that when we get to D3, but yeah, let's just say that when I saw there was a mod for that for the mercenaries here in D2, I was like, ooh. Well, this guy's almost dead, so I may as well finish him off before I use the waypoint to go back and revive my Merc again. Let's see. Nothing. Just some blues. Blue! Give me some greens. Give me some uniques. You know, one of the issues I have, I probably have already said this, but you never notice how hard it is to sometimes notice the difference between a yellow and an actual unique in this game in terms of the color. Like, one is yellow and the other is gold, but it's not entirely obvious. It's actually a little hard to tell which color is which because they look very similar. Alright, let's see if I can speed this up with a curse. Let's see if maybe them hitting themselves will speed this up. And I put the bone shield and then it goes away. These things hit like a truck. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's go get my Merc again. I have 4,000. I'm gonna need to pull out some more gold. Waypoint was back over here.
Evening.
Oh. I wonder if it pulled gold out of my stash. Let's see. Let's go ahead and make sure all my stuff is repaired.
At your service.
Okay. Alright. Make our way back down there. And continue the search for Anya. Oh! Oh, that urn actually summoned enemies! It's kind of like that one special piece of gear that you can get in D3 that actually lets you summon a special champion when you use a shrine or a pylon. You guys know which one I'm talking about if you play D3. It's actually really nice to have if you're trying to finish off certain greater rifts, since it lets you be able to collect the charge for filling out that bar even faster. Blood Temptress! Not sure how tempting they actually are. Yes, give me a resist fire shrine in a place that is frozen. Yeah, that seems great. How about a resist frozen shrine? Would that be nice? Can I get one of those, please? Look at all these rotwalkers. So I'm approaching level 30, which for some classes allows you to be able to access some really interesting abilities. Some probably very strong. Like, for example, the Sorceress at level 30 can be able to get the Hydra. Which, in the modded version of this game that I've got, I've been messing with it, and it's like, oh, it's kind of fun to be able to have a bunch of Hydras up. They're only up for a limited amount of time, but yeah, it's like you can just put up a bunch of Hydras and they just kind of shoot fire at everything while you run around. So in the case of the Necromancer, at least when it comes to summoning, you'll be able to get Revive or Fire Golem. And unfortunately, I've heard that it's actually not that great. Now, in the Poison and Bone tree, well, you could be able to get the Bone Spirit or the Poison Nova. As far as curses, lower resist. They can take damage from all magical attacks. Negative resist. And anyone who's familiar with the way that Vanilla WoW used to be, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about when I bring that up. Especially if you are aware of how Warlocks worked back in Vanilla. Oh my gosh, my Merc is gonna die again. Yep, Aura Enchanted. Well, fortunately, my Blood Golem is kind of holding his own for the moment. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this. There we go. Hopefully they'll start helping out, but the problem is he's getting frozen, so he can't attack as fast. In fact, he's just standing there, not even attacking anyway. I have a feeling this is going to go bad. Yeah, he's about to die. Actually, hold on. What am I worried about? Resummon! Again, he's not really attacking. Now he is. What is that? Oh, it's a sword. Huh. Again, he's just kind of standing there, just taking it. Let's get my Merc back again.
Yes?
Get my gear repaired.
Evening.
Lots of enemies. Again, if my skeletons were tankier, I would think, man, having my army of skeletons here would be fantastic. But I have a feeling that my skeletons would probably be getting one shot. Now, maybe that's also my fault for not putting enough points in there and making them a little stronger, but again, the fact that I would have to rely on corpses being around to keep bringing them up, whereas my blood golem, I could just keep summoning him without anything necessary except mana. It just feels like the more efficient choice. Merc, what are you doing? Get over here. Did my curse actually hit my merc? Because that's unfortunate if my curse also affects my merc if he happens to be right there. Yeah, you feel stronger, and yet you keep dying, friend. Just saying. You're like, I feel stronger. Then why do you keep dying? It's gonna be one of the last places I go to on this map to find Anya. Like, where are you, Anya? Come on. Man, they're just a bunch of them. Again, I'm really hoping that curse only affects enemies and not my merc and golem. Because that'd be really silly if I'm also affecting them. I wonder if this was the start of the idea of you activate an evil urn and all of a sudden a champion spawns. Because, yep. I guess I found Anya. Okay. Oh, crap. Ah!
I need mana.
Cold Enchanted and Mana Burn. Oh, lovely. Wait, did you see that? His name is Frozenstein. He is surrounded by Rotwalkers too. I'm really hoping they are damaging themselves with this Iron Maiden curse I'm putting on them. Just saying, they better be hurting themselves. Used up all my potions. Blood Golem, you want to, do something other than just stand there? You want to actually attack them? Just saying. Well, may want to grab these potions while I'm here. Blood Golem, this way! Retreat! Retreat! Fall back! Once again, let's go get my Merc.
Afternoon.
If you're wondering why I don't consider the Barbarian, again, it's the fact that, I don't necessarily need a Barbarian to tank because my Blood Golem is basically tanking for me. What I need this Merc to do is stay alive and passively heal us. But he keeps getting isolated and getting himself killed. He's like a healer who runs off ahead and doesn't let the tank, establish aggro. It's like, come on, man. Oh, my goodness. There she is. This is what it looked like back in the day.
Hero, Neolithak did this to me. If you've come to help me, my only hope lies with Mala. Please, tell her you've found me.
Okay.
So, that snake Neolithak was behind Anya's disappearance, and he trapped her with a freezing curse. Here, take this potion to Anya and give it to her. That should release her.
Huh. Never mind. I thought I needed a thawing potion. Nope. But then again, maybe it also would have worked.
Thank you so much for bringing Anya back to us. I have devised this spell to increase your resistances as a token of my thanks. I know it isn't much, but I hope you find it helpful. Please, go talk to Anya. She has urgent news concerning Nilathok.
So Anya will be right down over here.
Good morning. You have proven yourself a true hero to me and my people. These are dark times, warrior. I hope you can bring an end to Baal's reign of destruction. Our Council of Elders is gone, my father Ost among them. The one thing that keeps us from total despair is the promise of vengeance against Baal. Thank you, hero, for rescuing me. To show my personal gratitude, I give you this. I had it custom made for you by Larzik. Nilathok told me he struck a deal with Baal to protect Taragath. In exchange for the demon's mercy, the misguided fool plans to give Baal the relic of the ancients, our most holy totem. Doing so will allow Baal to enter Mount Arreat unchallenged by the ancients. I tried to stop Nilathok, but he imprisoned me in that icy tomb. Nilathok must be stopped before he dooms the whole world. As much as I would love to strangle the life out of him, I'm afraid I haven't the strength. You must go to his lair through this portal I've opened, kill him, and then bring back the relic of the ancients. Stop Nilathok from destroying what we have striven for eons to protect.
So notice that she now handles the gambling instead of Nilathok. So what she gives us... So I guess that now passively increases our resistances. So that's a nice little bonus. A preserved head. Oh, thank you, Anya. Adds more poison damage over amount of time. It's comparing it to the pick when it really shouldn't. It's supposed to compare it to, you know, the shield. Little tough to decide on this one. I like carrying around the bone shield because, you know, it fits the Necromancer. But having that extra poison damage right there could be great. Could be nice. I don't know. Well, I can see having that, having that thawing potion didn't matter. So, when we return, we will be going after the traitor Nilathok. Stay tuned.